I asked 100 Fort Lauderdale locals what the best things to do were around the city, and I broke it down into the 5 best things that you should do when visiting Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay, I really didn't do that, but I did ask my friends, my colleagues, and my Instagram followers, and together with their help, we got a pretty good list for you, so let's get into it. So the first and most obvious thing to do when you're in Fort Lauderdale is go to the beach. Come on, you know I had to throw it in there. Almost nothing is better than sitting on the beach, listening to the waves crash against the shore, and just soaking up the sun. One thing I personally love to do is go to the beach super early in the morning, grab a coffee, and watch the sunrise. That is one of the best ways to start your day. Now, the second thing on the list is just to experience downtown Fort Lauderdale. There's 2 major things that people do when going downtown, and that is walking alongside the Riverwalk and dining in Las Olas. The Riverwalk is a 1.5 mile stretch of walkway along the New River that runs through downtown Fort Lauderdale that offers shops, restaurants, the views of the water, and just more of a relaxed vibe. Las Olas Boulevard, on the other hand, is probably one of the hottest spots in Fort Lauderdale. It offers some of the best places to eat and some of the best nightlife that you'll see, honestly, in all of South Florida. A couple personal recommendations that I would suggest when going and eating dinner in Las Olas are El Camino, Louis Bossi's, and YOLO. The third thing on the list is booking a sunset cruise through the Intercoastal. This is a great idea if you want to fully immerse yourself in everything Fort Lauderdale has to offer. These boat tours typically take you through Millionaire Row, which is a stretch of waterfront properties that feature some of the most luxurious and impressive homes and yachts in the world. If you didn't know, Fort Lauderdale is the boating capital of America, so we have the pleasure of seeing the nicest and biggest yachts around the world on a regular basis. I'm big on energy, and let me tell you, when you're sipping a nice cocktail or a glass of wine while you're passing by some of the most luxurious real estate ever built in the world, there's not much that can bring you down. The fourth thing to do when you're in Fort Lauderdale is take a trip to Hugh Birch Park. Fort Lauderdale is a very busy city, and sometimes it's so nice to just get away from the noise and escape to a place that you can truly experience the natural beauty South Florida has to offer. So Birch Park is a 180-acre park that consists of walking, running, and bike trails, as well as some picnic areas and some playgrounds for the little ones. The park also gives you the option to rent a kayak, a canoe, or a paddleboard if you wanted to get out on the lake that's situated within the park, or if you wanted to actually go out all the way into the ocean. All right, here's a bonus thing to do in Fort Lauderdale that I had to throw in there because this is one of my favorite hobbies of the time, and that is playing pickleball. If you're tired of the sand but you want to stay active and stay in the sun, go to Walmart or go to Dick's Sporting Goods, grab you a cheap paddle, and go find pickleball court. This is an up-and-coming sport that is super popular here in Florida, and it's something that me and my friends do multiple times a week just to get in the sun and stay active, like I mentioned. Matter of fact, they're building a multi-million-dollar 40-court complex in the heart of Fort Lauderdale as we speak. Although not in Fort Lauderdale specifically, the 5th thing that I would recommend doing when in Fort Lauderdale is taking a trip out to the Everglades. It's like a whole different world out there. One of the most popular things to do when you're in the Everglades is take an airboat tour out there and just experience the wildlife that South Florida has to offer. So that was just 5 of the many things that you can do here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. If you think that I missed anything that you personally love doing, make sure to drop it in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. Thanks again for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. That way you don't miss any future videos. My name is AJ Butler, living life reimagined.